So, are you in a job or were in a job and want to transition to achieving or doing your own thing, making and fulfilling your own dreams, but you feel blocked? You are unable to move, you don't know what to do, and you feel this resistance coming up that I don't know, I have tried multiple times, but I don't know like what to do, and you feel confused. So, today we are going to remove that particular block. Before beginning the video, let me introduce you to the concept of shadows. So what you are seeing currently is the conscious part of everything. You are seeing and watching me. So this is the conscious part. What you're not watching or what is hidden behind, like the internal self. So your internal self is the unconscious part within you that is hidden, or you have been suppressing that for a long time. So this video is meant for those people who have been a long time in jobs or have been working so hard and consistently that they did not pay attention to their needs, their requirements and their wants for a long time, and now they are unable to recognize themselves. So they have forgotten what they were during childhood, what are their dreams, what are their wishes, what they want to accomplish in this life, their purpose, their meaning. Like they are particularly lost and they feel nobody understands them and there is little hope. So this video is for those confused souls. So what happens is because we have spent a lot of time and like many years in the job, and during that time only the thing that were running our life was the work that we had to do. We had to wake up in the morning, complete our routine as fast as we could, like just take a shower and brush it off, wear whatever is available, and then arrange the wardrobe, right? So we were just doing the to-do list. We were ticking off things from the to-do list. Ye kar liya, ye kar liya, ye kar liya, this is done, this is done, this is done. And it was a regular routine for us for all the days. And so years went by and we did not pay heed to what our internal requirement was, like the creativeness, the passion, the enthusiasm with which we entered the field. This is also for people who started their business or started their venture and had been just, in this field for a long time, just pushing, struggling, and making things move, just doing the thing, hustling, yeah, struggling. And then, because of all this struggle and hustle, we go into the survival mode. So, our brain starts thinking from the survival pattern. And whatever we do, there is this logic behind in the mind that, you know what, survival is the priority. We don't feel safe, we feel insecure, and so we run from survival mode. And if you have watched my previous videos, I have talked about two selves which reside in us. First is the human part, and second is the spirit self. So the human part runs from survival, scarcity, negative aspects, yeah, sadness, struggle, fear. And the spirit self is very abundant. It lives happy. It wants to contribute. It wants to create. It wants to support. It has compassion. So competition is from the human part. We compete with each other in the job or for a business, for that matter, right? So when we are operating from the human self, we compete, we try to come or have this position in life or this post, we want to give exams and just have a rank. Because the more promotion we get, the more earnings we get. That is how everything is happening in the human part. That's like how it's working. And it also lives in fear. Ye nahi hua to, wo nahi hua to, yeah. So let's start the process of actually imbibing our lost parts, those creative aspects of our life which we kind of just suppressed and ignored for such a long time, just because we had to present ourselves in the job or in that business that you've been struggling. And now you want to transition and create a life of your own and actually want to live from that soul deep satisfaction level that God has actually sent you for. Yeah. So please close your eyes and put your hand on your heart like this. And remember all the times during job, during the emergencies, situations which were particularly very drastic for you, it was negative, it might have created trauma in your life, it was very hard and very heavy on your heart. Like I can feel the heaviness that it holds, that the struggle, that the burden that I have to do it. These are the work that has been entrusted upon me when I entered the job market, and I was in a public sector bank. So when I would reach the office, there were things that I had to do it. And so that brought up anxiety within me. And so remembering all those times when I had to give up on my dreams just to complete that one single day and all the jobs or all the tasks assigned to me so that I could actually get the monthly payment and basically justify my role in the job. Because as honest people, we want to justify our role. We want to do the job that we are coming for. I had given an exam, entrance exam, and then I had got the job. So I was very passionate about the job. I was very honest. I would just give hours and hours and would really try to solve the problem that human mind makes up. So there are no problems from the spirit self. All the problems arise from the human part of ourselves. And that mind is is an expert at making problems. So the more problems I would solve of the customers of my or the colleagues, more problems would arise. It was like I just solved one problem and another problem arise. So that was a never ending pattern, because when you are operating from the human self, that self is imbibed in fear consciousness. It always feels this insecurity and it creates problems basically, so that you are busy in solving problems and nothing hardly moves forward. Your growth does not move forward. Your soul expansion does not happen because you're creating problem, or you are indulging yourself in the problems that is being created on the job that you are. So like my entire 10 years or the 8 years was basically a problem solving thing for me. I would solve problems at home. I would solve problems at the job. There was many mental problems also. Like there are multiple problems. But when you operate from the spirit self, that is when your problems actually get solved. Because the part that creates problems can't solve problems. That part that cannot create problems, that can solve problems, and that is the spirit self. So closing your eyes, remember all the times that you had to suppress your desires, your creativity. You wanted to create something, you wanted to express something, be it in your job or your house. You wanted to be with your people. It can be family or anyone. You wanted to give time to yourself, but you could not. And you just reminded yourself at that time that there would be a time when I would do all of this. I would give time to myself. I would do what I want to do in my life. I would be available for the family, but somehow you feel blocked. So I want you to remember all those times And I want you to actually feel, cherish the energy that you had at time when you had got that idea. Oh wow, I want to create this. Cherish that energy, bring your hand towards that energy, closing your eyes, and just grab it towards your heart and put it in your heart. That I claim that energy back into my heart, that enthusiasm, that love, the compassion, that service that I wanted to actually serve humanity, make good contribution, wanted to do good for the planet, and the capacity that I had. Just open your hand and just grab those energies and pull it in your heart. So take some time and grab all those energies, all those light energies, and bring it back to your heart, making it a whole process, making yourself a whole being, that the lost parts of you are not lost anymore. It is coming back to you. And why this is important? Because if you keep ignoring those parts and those parts do not come into surface, into light, how will you create? Because at some point in time, or at many different points in time, you had actually murdered all of your desires. You were the one not taking lead and not actually creating on that idea, not stepping up, not taking the lead, not standing for yourself. You did not had boundaries. You let people cross your boundaries. They would say, just come up and do this thing, and you would just let your dream go away because you prioritized other things, other people, other work than your own desires and creative things. And now I want you to put all your attention and love and energy into bringing all those lovely parts into yourself, making you a whole being with the potential to actually create and manifest the life that you want to create, that you are here for. See, just losing the job does not mean that you have lost that creative ability in you. That was always in you and that will always be with you. So remember all those times, get the energy back into your heart and start doing the thing. Just be with that energy of gratitude, of that happiness, of that childlike enthusiasm. And start journaling, like start doing something, take actions and move on with the idea what you want to actually do, and this exercise will actually help you move on with whatever you want to do to transition your life from that job oriented thing to sovereignty. So when we are in job, we are dependent on our boss or other people, our colleagues, on the company for our salary, for respect, for recognition, for happiness, because we spend a lot of time there. So we have a lot of expectations from that area, from that place, for them, from that circumstances. And many times we can't, or we are unable to get what we expect. There can be many reasons for that. So when that is not happening and when you see that your expectations are not met, you fall in the trap of negativity and you are unable to just lift yourself up. You keep sabotaging, and by you, I just mean the thoughts, the actions, because it is been proven in metaphysics that a decision that we take does not only depend upon the current circumstance. Like when I take a decision, it is also depending upon the molecules that are running in my body. We have cells and cells have been programmed. So there is programming inside of the cells, past programming, then current thing that I'm actually doing. So conscious and unconscious all make up our decision to move and do the thing. So considering this, that our decision is not just the decision that I take, but our environment also influences that. So if your environment is not very uplifting, you will feel sabotaged. You will feel that I am just in service to the circumstances and I'm dependent upon that. So sovereignty is a process in which you claim your independence, your freedom, your way of initiating. So initiation is a very big thing in leadership. Just see how you're living life. And from that, you'll understand what is actually happening behind the scenes. Because Mr. Harv Eker has said, what you do, like how you do anything, is how you do everything. So the way you're living life, that gives a lot of input of how you're dealing with this situation that you want to create, you want to earn, and you want to actually jump into that $1,000,000 stage. Yeah. And you want that freedom for yourself. So you have to just observe. Are you sabotaging your desires or are you moving on with it? Do you feel strength to take up your desires and act upon it? Or do you feel that there is something which is restricting you? So by this, you can understand, are you like sabotaging? Is your life a sabotage that I can't do this because of XYZ reason, this and that? My husband, my wife, my family, the job, the business, yeah? It can be anything, world, economy, yes? So is this what you're speaking or it is been running in your head most of the times? Or are you the person who, when the idea comes, just takes that step up? So that will reveal the level of sovereignty that you feel. Do you seek validation? Do you have to wait for someone to actually say, yes, yes, now you can do it? Or you just take the step, believing that what you are taking and what you're doing, that is completely fine and okay, and you take responsibility for it. So decide between this and let me know how you think.